Welcome to a fascinating journey into the world of the ultra-wealthy, where unimaginable fortunes shape the destinies of entire nations. Prepare to dive into the secrets of the planet's most affluent families, whose stories are as intriguing as their coffers are deep. Imagine a world where money isn't just a means of exchange, but a force that moves mountains, builds empires, and sometimes rewrites history itself. This is the realm of the world's richest families, a select group whose financial power surpasses the GDP of many countries. But who are these families? Where does their wealth come from? And, more importantly, how do they maintain and expand their colossal fortunes from generation to generation? Our journey begins with the Saudi royal family, the Al Saud. With an estimated fortune of over $1.4 trillion, this dynasty controls not only Saudi Arabia's vast oil reserves, but also the fate of 35 million people. But did you know that despite their immense wealth, many royal family members live relatively modest lives? It's true. While some flaunt golden palaces and private jets, others prefer to keep a low profile, blending in with the local population. Moving westward, we find the Walton family, heirs to the Walmart empire, with a combined fortune of over $200 billion. The Waltons are the richest family in the United States. But here's a curiosity few know. Despite their astronomical wealth, some family members still shop at Walmart and use discount coupons. Is it frugality or a strategy to stay grounded? In Europe, the Rothschilds remain a name synonymous with mystery and power. While their current fortune is hard to estimate accurately, the family's influence in the financial world is undeniable. Did you know that the Rothschilds pioneered the concept of international banking in the 18th century? They created a communication system so efficient that they allegedly knew of Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo before the British government did. But not all great fortunes have such ancient roots. In India, the Ambani family, led by magnate Mukesh Ambani, has built an empire spanning from oil to telecommunications in just a few decades. With an estimated fortune of over $80 billion, the Ambanis are known for their 27-story residence in the heart of Mumbai, valued at $1 billion. But here's something few know. This vertical mansion employs a staff of 600 people just for its daily upkeep. Back in America, we can't ignore the Mars family, behind some of the world's most famous candy brands. With an estimated fortune of over $120 billion, the Mars family maintains tight control over their company, which has remained private for over 100 years. Interestingly, despite being candy royalty, Mars family members are known for their discretion, rarely giving interviews or appearing in public. In Germany, the Quandt family, principal shareholders of BMW, represents the might of the European automotive industry. With a combined fortune of over $50 billion, the Quandts exemplify how old industrial fortunes can adapt and thrive in the digital age. But did you know the family's history has a dark side? During World War II, the family used forced labor in their factories, a fact that only came to light decades later. Crossing the ocean to Brazil, we find the Safra family, whose banking empire spans multiple continents. With an estimated fortune of over $20 billion, the Safras are known for their financial acumen and discretion. A lesser-known fact is that the family's roots trace back to gold and spice traders on the Silk Road over 1,000 years ago. In Asia, the Kwok family of Hong Kong controls one of the world's largest real estate empires. With an estimated fortune of over $40 billion, the Kwoks are responsible for literally shaping the skyline of one of the planet's most dynamic cities. But not everything is smooth sailing. The family has faced corruption scandals and internal disputes that nearly destroyed their empire. Back in Europe, we find the Bettencourts, heirs to the L'Oréal empire. With a fortune of over $70 billion, this French family not only dominates the beauty world, but is also known for their involvement in political scandals and family disputes. Did you know that heiress Liliane Bettencourt was considered the richest woman in the world before her death in 2017? In the United States, we cannot ignore the meteoric rise of new tech fortunes. Although they are not centuries-old dynasties, families like the Bezos, Gates, and Zuckerberg are quickly establishing themselves as the new financial powerhouses of the 21st century. Together, these three families control wealth exceeding $500 billion. But here's something to ponder. Does this concentration of wealth into so few hands represent a new form of global power? As we near the end of our journey, it's impossible not to notice an intriguing pattern. Many of these families, despite their almost unimaginable wealth, maintain a surprisingly low profile. Why? Is true power found in discretion? Or is there something more behind this veil of silence? Consider this. Of the 25 wealthiest families in the world, only a handful are well-known names. The others, well, they prefer to remain in the shadows, away from media spotlight and public scrutiny. But make no mistake, their impact on the world is as profound as it is silent. Take, for example, the Thomson family from Canada. With an estimated fortune of over $50 billion, they control a vast empire of media and information. But how many of us really know the name Thomson Reuters? This information giant silently shapes the way we see and understand the world, without most of us even realizing it. Or consider the Cargill-Macmillan family in the United States. With a fortune of over $40 billion, they control the largest private company in the US, Cargill. This giant has a massive impact on the global food supply chain. But how many of us have heard of it? And what about fortunes hidden in tax havens, away from curious eyes? It's estimated that trillions of dollars are hidden offshore, belonging to families whose names rarely, if ever, appear on billionaire lists. Who are they? And how does their hidden wealth influence the world we live in? As we delve deeper into this world of extreme wealth, unsettling questions arise. How do these colossal fortunes affect global inequality? What is the true social and environmental cost of this concentration of wealth? And, perhaps most importantly, how do these families use their financial power to shape policies, economies, and even the future of our planet? Consider this. The 26 richest people in the world have as much wealth as the bottom half of the global population. It's a shocking figure that raises serious questions about resource distribution in our society. But what does this mean in practice? How does this disparity affect the lives of billions around the world? While some of these families are known for their philanthropic activities like the Gates, who have donated billions to global causes, others remain enigmatic in their use of wealth. Is philanthropy enough to address the imbalances created by this massive concentration of wealth? Or is it merely a drop in the ocean? And what about the political power that comes with this wealth? Many of these families have close ties with world leaders and influence policies affecting millions of lives. But how far does this influence go? And how does it shape the world we live in? As we conclude our journey through the world of the richest families on the planet, we're left with more questions than answers. The wealth of these families is undeniably impressive, but their true impact on the world remains largely a mystery. What we do know is that behind the astronomical numbers and unimaginable fortunes, there are human stories of ambition, innovation, conflict, and sometimes controversy. These families are not just symbols of extreme wealth, but complex mirrors reflecting the intricacies and contradictions of our global society. As we reflect on what we've learned, we can't help but wonder, what will the future hold for these financial dynasties? How will they adapt to the rapid changes in our world? From technological revolutions to growing concerns about inequality and climate change. And perhaps the most intriguing question of all, what stories are still untold? What secrets remain hidden in these families' vaults, waiting to be revealed? As the world continues to evolve, one thing is certain: the richest families in the world will continue to fascinate, intrigue, and sometimes unsettle our collective imagination. Their stories are a testament to the power of money, but also a reminder of the responsibilities that come with such wealth. And so, we reach the end of our journey through the world of the ultra-wealthy. But remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There is much more to discover, much more to understand. If you've been intrigued by these stories of wealth, power, and mystery, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have much more fascinating content to share with you. From hidden stories of ancient fortunes to new dynasties emerging in the tech world, we're always exploring the most intriguing corners of the financial world. Subscribe now and join us on this ongoing journey of discovery. After all, the world of the ultra-wealthy is always evolving, and there are always more secrets waiting to be uncovered. Until the next video, where we'll dive even deeper into the mysteries of global wealth.